Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, February 6, 2025. Let's take a look what do we have in the economic calendar for today. Asian session were quite quiet. We got only trade balance data from Australia and quarterly business confidence from Australia as well. The business confidence is slightly improving. Unemployment rate in Switzerland jumps from 2.8 to 3%, and the German factory orders increase from -5.4 to 6.9%. We are still waiting for the data from the UK. Global construction PMI is scheduled for release at 10:30, and then the retail sales from the Eurozone are scheduled for release. Nevertheless, the key event of today is the Bank of England interest rate decision. As you can see, this event is scheduled for release at 1 p.m. and market participants expect the Bank of England to cut the interest rate from 4.75 to 4.50. And that's about the cable and the interest rate decision. Then we have the data from the, of course, US non-farm productivity, unit labor cost, and initial jobless claims are scheduled for release at 2:30. At 4 o'clock we got IV PMI, and then 1 hour 50 minutes later we got German Buba President Joachim Nagel to give a speech. At 6 o'clock German Buba Balz will give a speech as well. During the late New York session, we got Fed weather speech at 8:30. Then 1 hour later, FOMC member Daly will give a speech. Then 10:05, Governor Daly from Bank of England will give a speech. Then we have the Fed's balance sheet, and at the end of the day, at 11 o'clock, Bank of Canada Governor McLaren will give a speech as well. So the key event of today is still the Bank of England interest rate decision, and this is the event that we will monitor very closely. But first, let's just take a look at the charts now. We start with euro dollar, of course. So let me just switch to the 4-hour chart of the euro dollar. The euro dollar is coming off the level of 1.0443, which is of course a part of the supply zone. You can take a look here, and you see that we got a breakout above the local trend line, but this breakout is now coming off back towards the 100 periods moving average and back towards the technical support at 1.0352. These levels now will act as a technical support. Of course, the trend line will act as the technical support as well. So well, it doesn't actually looks like the clear situation here. Both bulls and bears are trapped between these two ranges here, and despite this recent breakout to the upside, we still need to wait for the further movement on euro dollar. It looks like the relief rally, it looks like the counter trend rally, but actually, because none of the important levels has been violated yet, it might be just treated as the temporary thing, especially if the RSI is back towards the level of 50. So euro dollar neutral outlook, but rejected from the highs. And now the British pound. A little bit better here on the British pound 4-hour chart. The cable made a new high at 1.2549, and now it's reversing lower again. So it broke below the technical supports at 1.2473, and the momentum is still positive. However, it's not strong, only 53 points. So the market is reversing lower ahead of the Bank of England interest rate decision, and now everything depends on the Bank of England basically. So we will see how the deep will be the cut and how the market will react. Please remember that the general tendency these days in monetary policy by the central banks is to cut the interest rate. Last time Federal Reserve didn't cut, they left the rates intact. We will see what the Bank of England will do. So far looks like the nice rejection of the technical resistance. Let's take a look at the US dollar to the Japanese yen, because we got the new development here. After a breakout, initial breakout, then we have some chances for the double bottom. The bulls went up to test this trend line and then reverse it lower. As you can see, overnight we've made a low at 151.83, so we are below the line, below the trend line, below the support. Look at this, we are testing 100 periods moving average at 152.53, and now it all depends how this situation will evolve. This movement to the downside here is pretty much quite big. We can take a look how big is this movement to the downside. Let me just take the price range. If it's bigger than 5%, then bulls will have to worry. For now it's minus 4.44, so it's not the bigger correction during this up movement. Nevertheless, 100 periods moving average for the US dollar bulls is to be or not to be. So we need to see some very nice reversal candle on a daily time frame chart, and we need to see a follow through back above the trend line. However, on the lower time frames, this breakout below the trend line looks pretty serious, looks pretty decent. Momentum is negative on the daily time frame chart, only 35 points, so it looks like the Japanese yen is getting a little bit stronger across the board. And last but not least, let's take a look, of course, at the Bitcoin. If we didn't look at the daily last time, so let me just take a look at the daily time frame chart, because we got the sell-off here towards the 100 periods moving average. We got the test of the trend line, and then the movement to the downside happened, down towards the 91,160, and then very nice bounce has been made. But the very next day we got another big red candle, so it looks like there is still big activity coming from the bears. They are pushing the markets lower, as they are trying to basically move the prices at least back towards the demand zone, or even break it. Right now the combo which is made from the 95,844 technical support and then the 100 periods moving average 94,725 is now, and of course trend line is quite strong technical support for the bulls, which is why they are still swimming let's say around this neutral area. And if we go to the 4-hour time frame chart, we can see that again we got the bounce from there is a 95,824 level, so the market is now locked in between these two levels, the recent swing high, local high, and there's technical support. So no big developments here on the Bitcoin. It looks more like this market wants to stay ahead for the few days inside of this zone and make some kind of a sideways trading. So let's just wait for the breakout. Let's just see what the market will bring in what this development will be in the future. Please remember that any breakout below this demand zone is very, very, very bearish, with the potential target even on $80,000. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.